Battery or diesel? I'm sticking with my diesel car, and I will tell you why. It's a 2016 Vauxhall Insignia, 14 gallons of DERV, 620 miles to a tank full. Now it's Euro 6, so it's clean, so they say. Now this car is 7 years old. How many miles do you think your battery car will be doing when it reaches 7 years old? If it did 200 to start with, if you spent 30k on it, when it's cold it'll drop to around 150, and after 7 years, metaphorically speaking, you'll be lucky to have enough to take you down to the shop, and you're going to have to spend an awful lot of money to replace this battery, and then there's the environmental cost of disposing of that battery. But then you might suddenly get a guilt trip and think, hey, look at all these fires, look at the heat, look at what the BBC is showing to us. BBC on Tuesday, July the 18th said Sardinia was expected to see a high of 46 centigrade in the afternoon, and this was extreme heat would continue for a further 10 days. Tuesday the 18th of July, 40 degrees high. Wednesday the 19th of July, 37. Thursday the 20th of July, 35. Friday the 21st of July, 32. Saturday the 22nd of July, 33. And there's a few others like that which you are welcome to check. So you're getting all these scare tactics. People who've got plenty of money to burn are getting a conscience, getting rid of their perfectly serviceable cars, the cost of recycling them, the effect of the environment recycling them, to buy a car, a battery car, that when the same age as this, 7 years old, they're going to have to dump, because the cost of the battery is going to be more than the car is worth. Food for thought for you there. I'm not saying it's not climate change. I'm not saying things don't need to be done. But when you have China that puts out more CO2 emissions than Germany, Russia, America and Japan put together, or pretty close to that anyway, check for yourselves, you wonder why we're being targeted. I'll just touch on ULEZ. Now, only 10% of the cars that go into London or are in London, so has been said, are not ULEZ compliant. So the assumption is being made this 10% must be running all the time. Not started up, driven a couple of miles and stopped and left for 8 hours at a place of work, then driven again. The assumption must be made they're going like steam powered engines powering the whole of London. I do sometimes wonder how 10% is going to make that much difference. In my opinion, it is just a way of taxing the car owner and the people that are not the wealthiest, taxing them more to put money into the London Mayor's coffers. Because nobody can tell me, I don't care who they are, that when they are saying, and this is from the Mayor of London, that only 10% of the cars in London are not ULEZ compliant, you can't tell me that 10% they're going to start them up at 6 o'clock in the morning and leave them running till 6 o'clock the next morning to pollute the whole of London. Thank you for watching. I realise this is slightly different from the norm, but I'm irritated by people being taxed for no reason. Thank you.